Hello and welcome. My name is Alyssa, for those of you who don't know me, and today we're going to do a 60-minute Vinyasa flow. So if you have blocks, always encourage to grab them. They're a huge part of my personal practice. Always encourage blocks if you have them. If you don't, large jugs of water or big textbooks could be helpful to help bring the ground up to you. Also, if you'd like to have a blanket, if you have sensitive or tender knees, we won't be on the knees too much today, but as if you like to use that as a part of your practice, highly encouraged to do so. I'll offer modifications, but take a child's pose, take a rest, do what honors you and your body today. I like to begin my classes with some seated breathing to come back to home, come back to center. So I'm going to sit in an easy seat up on one block just to lift my hips up a little higher than my knees. If this doesn't fit in your body, find a comfortable seat for you. Palms facing down if you need a little bit of grounding. Palms facing up if you like a little bit of lightness or lift. Either close the eyes or have a soft gaze down at one steady point. Breathing in the nose and out of the nose. Finding your normal pattern of breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. Again. As you continue your normal pattern of breath here, I would like to invite you to keep an idea in your mind if you'd like. This idea I'd like to propose today is finding comfort in taking up space. So often we're encouraged to be small or be quiet, and a lot of the poses today that I incorporated will hopefully help you feel a little bit expansive, which can be a vulnerable place to be. So, with that, you can choose any mantra or intention, but if you would like to borrow mine for today, my mantra will be I am expansive, or I am safe to take up space. We're going to take 3 deep belly breaths together, still in and out of the nose. Breathe in and breathe out. 1, 2 more. And breathe out. One more. And breathe out. Release control of the breath, coming back to your normal pattern or rhythm, but maybe noticing, just witnessing, does the breath want to get a little deeper now that we've expanded the lungs with those last 3 breaths? After you exhale with your last cycle, we're going to come together for one deep collective belly breath. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up overhead, palms meet at the center. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, bowing the head, Anjali Mudra, hands at heart center. Coming back to that intention or mantra if you chose to set one. Beautiful. We're going to meet in all fours, so come off the block if you chose to use it. In all fours, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, coming into some traditional cat-cow. So inhale, arch the belly, pull the chest and heart forward, and exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Push the ground away. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Now you can continue here, moving along with the rhythm of your breath. If you'd like to take some wrist stretches, moving your hips from side to side, whatever's going to allow you to wake up your body today. Likely going to be different from what you needed yesterday, and also different from what you may need tomorrow. Doesn't have to look like anything or anyone. Just honoring what feels good in your body today. One more cycle wherever you are. After that last cycle, come back to neutral. We're going to go ahead and step it back into a plank pose. You can modify this plank. So either on the balls of the feet, or you can have the knees down. Just make sure the knees are a little bit behind the hips. One breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground, meeting on the belly. Coming into a shoulder pigeon. So stick the left arm out, plant the left hand, should be in line with the left shoulder. And we're going to gently roll to the left side of the body. Right foot comes somewhere behind the left knee. Head comes down to a block or the floor, whatever fits in your body. Push the ground away with the right hand. 2 more breaths. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come back to center. Just switching to the other side. So plant the left hand, right arm goes out long in line with the right shoulder. Laying on the right side of the body. Right cheek comes to a block or the floor. Left foot comes somewhere behind the right knee. Push the ground away with the left hand. 2 more breaths. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come back to center, laying on the tummy. Tent the fingertips outside the mat at about 10 and 2 o'clock, oscillating cobra. So inhale, come up as high or as low makes sense in your body. Exhale, release back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, back down. Beautiful. Plant the hands somewhat near the top of the ribs. Push back, downward facing dog. First down dog of practice, potentially the first down dog of the day. So feel free to pedal it out, coming to the ball of one foot, ball of the other. Maybe swishing your hips from side to side again. Whatever helps you open up the hamstrings, open up the shoulders, open up the back. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Push the ground away. Breathe in. Exhale. Gently walk yourself up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Inhale, half lift, pull the chest and heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms out, around and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down through heart center and by the sides, Tadasana. Coming into sun salutations, modify as much as you need. I'll provide a couple different options here. Feet, hips width distance, or all the way together, whatever feels better in your body. Inhale, circle the arms out, around and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, flat back, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, pull the hands to the shins or the thighs, chest and heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right foot Left foot plank pose. Inhale. Exhale for the first one, lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Chest and heart forward. Exhale, release back down, push back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Gently walk yourself up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down through heart center, and by the sides, Tadasana. 3 more times. You can do exactly what we just did, or I'll provide a couple different options here moving forward. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, flat back, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back, left foot, right foot, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, halfway or all the way to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. In up dog, thighs and knees off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Step, hop, float, walk to the top of the mat. Meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, chest and heart pull forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hands down through heart center and by the sides. 2 more times. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, step, step, or float. If you're floating back, float to bent elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Step, hop, float, walk to the top of the mat. Meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hands down through heart center and by the sides, Tadasana. I apologize, I'm having some mic issues today. 1 more time. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, step, or float back to plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Like I said at the beginning, always welcome to take a child's pose, but we're going to take 3 breaths in this down dog, so this may be a great time to do so. Two more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Can you push the ground away a little further? Last breath in and breath out. Come back to your mantra. If you chose to take one, maybe I am expanded or I am safe to take up space. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog, hip, knee, and toe dialed down. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Help it up if you need. Get strong in these feet. Inhale, come up, high lunge. 3 breaths in high lunge. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Inhale Hands can be up or hands can be at heart center if that feels better on the shoulders. Breathe out. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, open it up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Right toes forward. Left toes slightly turned in. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Can you feel the expansion in the chest and the expansiveness of this pose? 1 more breath. Exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Flying warrior, arms go up to the sky in a V. Very expansive pose here. Take up your space. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Tee the arms, triangle to the back of the mat. So turn the left toes to the back of the mat. Right toes turn slightly in. Pop your hips to the back, what is now the back of your mat. Reach your left arm as far forward as it will go, and then down to your shin, a block or the floor to the outside of the left foot. Right arm on the hip or up to the sky. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Twist the right ribs on top of the left. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come up to stand. All 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Flying warrior for 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Open it up, warrior 2 to the top of the mat. So right toes go forward, left toes slightly turned in. Ears, shoulders, hips in alignment. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Flip the right wrist. Reach it up and back. Reverse or peaceful warrior. 2 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come up to stand. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot, plant the left hand. Right arm reaches up to the sky, low lunge twist. 3 breaths, breathe in. On the exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper. 2 more. Last breath in. Exhale. From here, coming into boomerang pose. So keep that left hand planted. Turn all 10 toes to the right side of the mat, coming to the blade edges of both feet. From here, you can drop that left hip down, reach the right arm out long as if you're carrying a platter. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Push the ground away with the left hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Now you can stay here. This is a beautiful place to stay. Coming into a side plank if you'd like to take it. So, a lot of options. You can keep that right foot down in front of you for support. You can also bring that left knee down, another support, or you can stack or stagger the feet. One is not better than the other wherever you land. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last breath in. And breath out. Bring that right hand forward. Take your vinyasa or skip it. If you're coming with me, exhale chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Feet or hips width distance here. Last breath in. And breath out. Come back to that strength. Come back to that expansion. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through. In between the hands, help it up if you need. Get strong in those feet. Come up, high lunge. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Open it up, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. 3 breaths in Warrior 2 here. Shoulders are strong, soft, but arms are strong. 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn all 10 toes to the right side of the mat. Flying warrior. Arms go up in a V. Now, instead of being in a back bend, can you knit the ribs in? Almost a posterior tilt here in the pelvis. Not quite. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Tee the arms out. Triangle Trikonasana to the back of the mat. So turn the right toes forward. Left toes turn slightly in. Hips to what is now the back of your mat. Reach as far forward with the right arm as you can. Right hand comes down to your shin, a block of the floor to the outside of the right foot. Left hand on the hip or up to the sky. 3 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come up to stand. All 10 toes right side of the mat. Flying warrior for 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take up your space here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Warrior 2, top of the mat. Left toes go forward. Right toes go slightly in. Bend the right knee. Left hand forward. Right arm back. 3 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last breath in. And breath out. Flip the left wrist, reach it up and back. Reverse or peaceful warrior. If you hang out in this back hand, do a half bind. Wrap it around your waist, almost where the logo of your pants may be. 1 more breath. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand, circle the hands down, frame the front foot, plant the right hand, left arm sweeps up to the sky, low lunge twist. 3 breaths here, breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more, breathe in. And breathe out. Last breath in. And breath out. Coming into boomerang on this side. So all 10 toes to the left side of the mat, drop to the belayed edges of the feet. Left arm goes back as if you're holding a platter. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Last breath in. And breath out. Now you can stay here. Great place to stay. If you want to come into a side plank, left foot can be down, right knee can be down. You can stack or stagger wherever you are. 3 breaths. 2 more. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Bring that left hand down, meeting in a plank pose. Take your vinyasa or push back to down dog. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, mainly because I feel like I need it. So maybe someone else out there needs it too. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Help it up if you need. Gently set that back knee down. Untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge, hands at heart center or up to the sky. 3 breaths in crescent lunge here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Can you pull the right heel and the left knee together? Activate the legs. Last breath in. Exhale. Tuck the back toes. Get strong in the feet. Come up. High lunge. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Open it up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, right toes forward, left toes in. Looking over your right middle finger. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Similar to what we did last time, but we're about to change it up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Tee the hands. Bring them to heart center. Skandasana to the back of the mat. So side lunge to the back of the mat. So you're going to turn heels in, toes out. From here, you have a lot of places to stop. We're going to bend the left knee. So you can be here. You might be here. You might be all the way down. Wherever you are, make sure this left heel is planted on the ground. If you come down and the heel lifts, stand up higher. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands can be on blocks or the floor. Breathe in. And breathe out. With or without your hands, come up. Warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Right knee bends, left leg goes straight. 3 breaths. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, flip the right wrist, straighten that front leg, reach it up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle, 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Inhale, come up to stand. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana. So if you have blocks, having them at the top of the mat will be helpful here if you'd like to use them. Left hand comes to the left hip. Bend the right knee. Step or glide yourself forward or fall like I almost did. Right hand comes down to a block or the floor in front of and slightly to the right of the right foot. Left leg goes up and back. Left hand can stay on the hip or go up to the sky. 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. The stronger that back leg is, the easier this balance will be. It will not be easy, but it will be easier. Last breath. Exhale. Gently bring that left foot down to meet the right, meeting in a forward fold. 1 breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands down through heart center and by the sides. Left hand heart, right hand belly. Mountain pose for 3 breaths. You can close the eyes or have a soft gaze down. Breathe in and breathe out. My one ask here is pull the shoulder blades back a little bit to lift the chest up, showing expansion. Last breath in here. And breath out. If you close the eyes, flutter them open. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, Anjali Mudra, stepping back into high lunge. So plant the right foot, step the left foot along, step back, wiggle it back as much as you need. Now we're going to bend and extend this front leg. Highly encourage you to find a drishti, a single pointed focus that's not moving, to help you as we bend and extend. So find that spot, inhale, lengthen the front leg, exhale, bend. 2 more times, inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. Last breath in, inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. Frame the front foot. 1 breath as a transition in low lunge. Pull the chest and heart forward. Exhale. Plant the hands. Take your vinyasa or totally skip it. If you're coming with me, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job there. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog, hip, knee, and toe dial down. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands, help it up if you need. Gently set that back knee down, untuck the toes. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. 3 breaths here, breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Hands can always be at heart center if you'd like. Breathe in. Exhale. Tuck those back toes. Lift the back knee, coming up into high lunge. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Open it up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. 3 breaths here. Again, can you find the ears, shoulders, and hips stacking in alignment here? 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, straighten that front leg, turn all 10 toes to the right side of the mat. Flying warrior for 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Knit the ribs together, breathe in. And breathe out. Hands tee out to the side. Then hands come to heart center. Skandasana to the back of the mat. So heels in, toes out. Bend the right knee to the back of the mat. So you might be here. You might be here. You might be all the way down. Wherever you are is perfect. One is not better than the other. Just make sure that right heel is on the ground. 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. With or without your hands on the floor, come back up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, left toes go forward, right toes slightly turned in. 3 breaths. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Flip the left wrist, straighten the left leg. Reach it up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle. 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, come up to stand, coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So right hand comes to right hip. Bend the left knee. Take as many steps as you need or glide yourself forward. Right hand in front of and slightly to the left of the left foot. On a block or the floor. Right leg should be in line with the torso. Right hand can be on the hip or up to the sky. 3 breaths. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Gently bring that right foot to meet the left, meeting in a forward fold. 1 breath in this Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Down through heart center. And by the sides, Tadasana. Left hand heart, right hand belly. Close the eyes or have a soft gaze down. 3 breaths in mountain pose. Lift the chest up. Allow yourself to expand and take up your space. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up as you flutter the eyes open if you close them. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, Anjali Mudra. Coming back into that high lunge. So plant the weight in the left foot. Step the right foot back, high lunge. Now, coming into bending, extending here. So again, find that drishti, that single pointed focus that's not moving. That will help you with your balance. So inhale and lengthen that left leg. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend. Last time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bend. Beautiful. Plant the hands. We're coming here just for 1 breath as a transition. So breathe in. And breathe out. Now either step back to down dog, take a child's pose, or step back, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more breaths in. And breath out. Last breath in. And exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Help it up if you need. Get strong in those feet. Similar to our first block, inhale, come up to stand, high lunge. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Open it up, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. 2 breaths here, breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, straighten that front leg, turn all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. 2 breaths in this expansive flying warrior. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Now, turn the heels in, toes out. We're coming into goddess squat, horse pose, sumo squat, whatever you want to call it. So bend the knees, cactus the arms. Sit low in this squat here. 3 breaths. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, straighten those legs. Turn all 10 toes back to this left side of the mat. Just 1 breath in this flying warrior. Breathe in. Exhale. Hinge forward, forward fold, wide leg, forward fold. Hands can come to blocks or the floor, whatever works best in your body here. Wherever you are, bring the weight a little bit more in the toes and the balls of the feet rather than the heels. 1 more breath, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Tent the right hand underneath your heart. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Wide leg forward fold with a twist. 2 breaths, breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Now bring that left hand down underneath the heart. Right arm goes up to the sky. 2 breaths, breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Bring the right hand down, then bring both hands to the hips. Inhale, hinge yourself up. Just using flying warrior as a transition. From here, bring the right toes forward to the top of the mat, left toes slightly turned in. Trikonasana. So, tee the arms out, reach as far forward with the right hand as you can. Hand comes down to your shin, a block or the floor to the outside of your right foot. Left arm on the hip or up to the sky. 2 breaths, breathe in and breathe out. The last breath in and breath out. From here, inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, flip the right wrist up and back, reverse your peaceful triangle. 2 breaths, breathe in and breathe out. Wrap it around if you're hanging out in that back hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, come up to stand. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot using this low lunge just as a transition. So 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Step back to plank pose. You can modify this as much as you need. We're going to take 1 breath in this plank. Breathe in and breathe out. Now this is a great place to stay. Stay here. This is perfect. If you want to flip it over into Wild Thing or Rockstar, you can. Kick the right booty with the right heel. Step the right foot outside the left knee. Pick the hips up to the sky. 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Flip it back over gently, stepping back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga if you're taking it. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. This is the last side. The last side before we wind all of this down. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Help it up if you need. Get strong in those feet. Inhale, high lunge. 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. Last breath in. Exhale. Open it up. Warrior 2. 2 breaths in this warrior 2. Left toes forward, right toes slightly in. Breathe in. Exhale. 1 more breath. Exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn all 10 toes to the right side of the mat. 2 breaths in flying warrior. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Heels in, toes go out. Coming into goddess, sumo, or horse pose. Whatever you identify with it as. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feel expansive in the chest here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, straighten the legs. Turn all 10 toes back to the right side of the mat. Just 1 breath here. Breathe in. Exhale. Flat back. Wide leg. Forward folds. More weight in the balls of the feet than the heels. Hands can be on blocks here. If you cannot reach the ground and you need that stability, walk your feet out a little bit. That will bring your hands closer to the floor. 1 more breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, half lift. This time start by tenting the left fingers underneath the heart. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Wide leg forward fold with a twist. 2 breaths. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Bring the right hand down underneath the heart. Left arm reaches up to the sky. 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Bring that left hand down. Then bring both hands to the hips. Hinge yourself up. Just 1 breath as a transition in this wide leg stance. Breathe in. Exhale. Turn the left toes to the top of the mat. Right toes turn slightly in. Trikonasana, triangle pose. So reach the left arm forward, down to your shin, a block or the floor, to the outside of the left foot. Right arm on the hip or up to the sky, aiming to have the right rib stacked on top of the left. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Flip the left wrist up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle. 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot. Low lunge for just 1 breath as a transition. Breathe in. Exhale. Plant the hands, step back, plank pose, whatever that looks like for you. On the balls of the feet or the knees. Just 1 more breath in this plank. Breathe in. Exhale. Now you can stay here. Fantastic place to stay. If you want to take it a step further, kick the left booty with the left heel and step that left foot outside the right knee off the mat. Lift the hips up. Wild thing or rock star. 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Last breath in. Exhale. Gently flip yourself back over into plank pose. Last vinyasa if you'd like to take it. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Fantastic job. We're going to take 5 breaths in this down dog before we start to wind it all down. So breathe in and breathe out. Maybe finding that mantra, thinking through what this practice has felt like for you. As we moved through, did those flying warriors feel a little bit more comfortable? Maybe they did and maybe they didn't. Both are perfectly acceptable. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale. Gently bring your knees down to the ground. We're coming into a camel pose, so keep the toes tucked unless you know it's in your practice to untuck the toes. But I think for a majority of us, keeping the toes tucked is going to be more reachable with our bodies. So you have a lot of options. Camel is an extremely expansive pose. It's a big, big heart opener, which is a really vulnerable place to be. So honor what feels good in your body today. Everyone's going to come stand on the shins. And I'll start with one variation and offer to take it deeper if you'd like. So wherever you're at, you might have to make sure your knees are hips width distance apart. And as if you had jeans on and those jeans had pockets, you're going to put your hands in your jeans pockets. All of us, regardless of how deep we go, pushing the hips and the pelvis forward as if you had a very large beach ball behind you and you didn't want to pop it. So wherever you are, lift the chest up and start to lean back, whatever feels safe in your body, making sure you're pushing the pelvis forward. If this is enough, you stay here. If you want to take it a little deeper, continue to push the pelvis forward. Hands can come to heels with feet tucked or untucked. 2 more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, gently come back up. Untuck the toes and come to sit down on the heels, giving yourself a little bit of a breath here. We're going to do 1 more of those. But because it's such a big activator, a big heart opener, good to take a few breaths and allow the spine to neutralize in between. 1 more breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Tuck the toes, come back up to stand on the shins. You can stay with your hands in your jean pockets. It's a beautiful place to stay. One of these is not better than the other. If you like to immediately come into hands on the heels, also an option for that. So wherever you are, push the pelvis forward and begin to lean back. Camel pose. 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Last breath in. Exhale. Inhale, gently lift yourself back up, untuck the toes. Come to sit. Just 2 breaths here, allowing the spine to neutralize. Maybe allowing the heartbeat to slow again after that heart opener. Last breath. Exhale. Beautiful. You might have to crawl yourself a little bit more forward. We're going to go ahead and come down into Shavasana. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Straighten those legs behind you or keep them bent as you roll down. And once you come all the way down, you can go ahead, release yourself, palms facing up to the ceiling, allowing the legs to relax. And allow the ground to support you here. There's no need to hold yourself up. My only ask here is aim to pull the shoulder blades against the mat, allowing a little bit more expansion in the chest as we finally rest in this pose here. On your next inhale, circle the arms long overhead, stretching fingers in one direction, toes in the other, allowing a full body stretch here. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest, wrapping yourself up in a very big hug, giving yourself compassion, kindness, love, and grace, things that you so freely give to others and so often neglect to give to yourself. Offering you a permission slip today and every day moving forward to give yourself these things without any shame or guilt. Squeeze yourself tighter just one more time, and then gently roll over to one side and lift yourself, coming up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you and your body today, your head being the last thing to land. And to finish our practice, we are going to take one deep collective breath together. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, bowing the head in gratitude for your body and all it does for you without you ever asking. And to this ancient practice that helps us come back home, back to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I bow to you. Thank you so much for being here and for taking 60 minutes for you to honor your body. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, requests, I'm here for all of it. You can comment below, or you can also find me on Instagram at AlyssaXXTucker if you'd like to continue the conversation a little bit further. Thanks so much for being here. Take care of you and enjoy your day.